Everybody, John here, Machias Music Man. So I was watching a channel last night that was talking, it was a noob guitar channel. It had a video of over 40 talking about different things, and one of the things they talked about was the things I wish somebody had told me when I started, the pain. If you're getting a lot of pain playing guitar, then you're not doing it right. Learning to play guitar isn't painful. You know, your fingers might hurt a little, but if they do, it's probably because the string gauges are pretty thick. Remember, the lower the numbers, the thinner the strings. On my acoustic guitars, I use 10s, no more than 11s. On my electric guitars, I use 9s or 10s only. That's all I ever use. I know like players like Slash, like he uses like 13s or 14s or some crazy, it's like playing piano wires. So, that being said, the first thing you need to do if you decide you're going to play guitar is figure out what you want to play. Do I want to play acoustic guitar, or do I want to play electric guitar? Do I want to play country music, or reason I say country music is because there's just so much to play on an acoustic guitar because there's always an acoustic guitar banging away in the background. So figure out what you want to do. So let's just say you say, well, I want to play acoustic guitar, that way you can bring it with you. You don't have to bring an amp or anything with you when you go somewhere. So the first thing you need to do is go to your guitar shop, find a guitar you like. I mean, obviously, the appeal of what you're going to like. Some things you're not going to like, some colors, whatever. So find a guitar that you like, sit down with it, and just put your fingers down on the frets, one finger, whatever. See how it feels. Just play like a simple G chord that you can learn easy enough. It's just your finger on the 3rd fret on the highest string, and then you go up. Down, this would be your 2nd string, and then you go here on the last string. This is a G. Just play a chord and see how that feels. I mean, if you like the guitar, great. If it seems like the action, and the action is what we call action, is the height of the string from the fretboard. Now, back in around 1990, I tried to goof around off and on, but my issue always was the string height was so crazy, and nobody at the guitar shop ever told me, hey, we can lower that action, or they never told me anything, so I quit. And I didn't start playing until a little over 3 years ago. So this video was talking about being over 40 years old. It's so much more difficult, and that's a complete crock, absolute crock. So anyway, once you get the guitar you like, if the strings are too high, you just ask your guitar shop, hey, if I buy this, can you lower the strings, get the action playing better, because you want that action real low. Because in my opinion, and everything is in my opinion, so don't be lighting me up in comments because I'm wrong and you're right. It's just my opinion. String height is a deal killer when you're trying to learn guitar, because if your strings are high, you're not going to want to play. It's just, or if your string gauge is too heavy, which generally speaking, most acoustics come with 10s or 11s, I think, right in that area. So they're not really bad, but you will have a little bit, of soreness on your fingers until you build up calluses. But as far as other pain goes, even over 40 years old, that's ridiculous. It's not true. One thing you can do to increase your finger strength is to get the finger exerciser. You can get it anywhere, probably in your guitar shop, Zounds. But it's basically just a thing that you just work your fingers, and it really increases your finger strength, your hand strength, and your speed. So I would recommend that if you're going to, put a serious effort in. So once you've got your guitar, that's half the battle. So Okay, how do I learn? Well, there are plenty of things you can learn. I know Fender has a thing on there that you can learn songs there, you know what I mean? But you can just get yourself just like a basic chord book, you know what I mean? You can get them in your guitar shop, or you can just look them up online, and you can go to a site called Chordify, and they have like just millions of songs. And when you look up a song, say you look up a Taylor Swift song, it shows you the chords. So it'll show you where to put your fingers, which is a great help, you know, when you're learning, because you can learn like some Blake Shelton songs. Give me some, you know, 2 chords, you know. It's just it's pretty easy, but I don't believe for 1 second over 40 it's more difficult to learn guitar. Um, you know, it's just the key to doing it is to really want to do it, and to just practice and practice and practice and practice. You know, you just that's the key to it all. Just don't give up. I mean, yeah, you're going to get frustrated, but I mean, if you know, use the finger exerciser like I told you, you'll see a big difference in your hand strength. So fretting chords, just regular basic chords, you know, it's going to be easy. And once you get to bar chords, you know, a bar chord is where you lay your finger across the string, you know, like an F here. It'll really help you with that finger strength later down the road, because each chord that you learn opens up a new world for you, you know. And you know, all this stuff about, you know, strings, like Rick Beato was talking about the difference in all these different strings, and he runs it all through his effects and everything, and just does a power chord and tries to show you, well, here's the difference. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. That's a crock of beans, because the lighter the gauge string is on your guitar, the less the guitar will sustain and hold those notes. So Rick Beato, you should have actually shown what really shows the difference, and that would be bends. You know, a lot of bends would be, you know, you can just keep bending the string up and it'll keep sustaining, you know, because the string is heavier, so it'll resonate longer. But doing power chords, wow, that sounds great. I mean, you can hear just you know, a little bit of a difference in the strings, but what a lame video. You know, and, you know, no offense to Rick Beato, you know, he does his thing, but it's a channel that I don't really watch, or don't really care to watch. So once you get your guitar, you start learning some basic chords. You start learning some. Learn your basic chords. Go to Chordify. It's $20 a year for the professional level, and I am not promoting this because I get paid or I am affiliated. I am not. I pay my $20 a year. And I've covered hundreds of songs from Chordify. So that is key, is figuring out what you want to play, what styles of music you want to play. Do you want to play acoustic? Do you want to play electric? You know, what kinds are you going to just play, you know, play some acoustic? And what you spend is up to you. I found in today's market, it's unlike 1990. Back in the day, maybe it was just a thing where they would leave the strings high to try to get you to have it set up. But they never told me anything like that, so therefore I didn't play and didn't try to play. But now most guitars are, you know, set with nice action, you know, easy, electrics or acoustics. You know, this Taylor that I got from Zounds, you know, it's not an American made, but it was $699, and you can make payments on these for like 12 months. You know, so if you're looking for something better down the line, you can go there. And again, I'm not affiliated, and unfortunately they don't pay me, you know, considering the amount of money I've spent there. But get your guitar, get your chord book, start just practicing some basic chords, get your Chordify going, and Chordify will show you so many songs. And I found they're really accurate. There's also Ultimate Guitar, but To me, it's the worst site on the internet because whoever runs that thing, it's horrible. It was like $20 and it went up to 65. Um, I had it out with a moderator because I had tabbed out a song and it was right, and they were telling me no, 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 or whatever. So we had a little battle. So they kicked me off the site for like 90 days or something. Of course, I had already paid like a few months prior to that. So, but when I went to join again, I had to pay the full price, and I rarely use it because now they changed the player that scrolls the tab, and it doesn't play right. Half the time, it's like it doesn't. The page just doesn't go up fast enough. So I would highly recommend Chordify. I wouldn't go with Hal Leonard. I mean, how to, it's just, I tried that back in the day too, and that was just like so boring. I think it's just best to go and play chords. Go to Chordify, find a song you like, and just start working on those chords. If it's a G and a D and an E, then it's 3 chords. If you just practice, you're good. And for a tuner, which is obviously key to your success, I would buy one of these. This is a Super Snark, and this actually is rechargeable, so you just plug this into your USB, which is cool because it takes you, easy. It's not like you got to keep buying the little batteries, but learn to tune your guitar. It's a simple thing. I'll just go through mine. E, A, D. My D's out a little bit, so I go up just a little. G, B, and your high E. All there is to it. I think if once you get your guitar, you can actually, when you go to your guitar shop, ask them to show you. If you don't know, can you show me how to use this tuner? Write it down or whatever if you need to. Okay, here's what the strings are. Because I remember back in the day when I was a kid, my dad bought me a guitar and he actually knew how to do all that stuff, but he never showed me anything. So I was just breaking strings left and right because I didn't have an electronic tuner. I didn't have anything. So, but get your tuner, have them show you, and just get Chordify and pick a song and start playing it, because the best way to improve, obviously, is to play. But if you're over 40, you're over 50, don't give up. It's no harder. People who say that they're just full of it, because, maybe if you've done something with your hands your whole life, and your hands, if you have, arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or something, but if you're, generally healthy and your hands are good, it's no more difficult. I mean, you got to remember, I started playing a little over 3 years ago, and I'm almost 57. So, I just played, and I play an average of 2 to 6 hours a day, and I'm not where I want to be. I got to start playing more electric, because I'd really like to be playing 80s, metal songs and stuff like that. But it's just a progress. Start out with your chords. A lot of guys will try to tell you, oh yeah, you gotta learn scales. Sure you do. If you want to play guitar solos right off, by all means, that's what you're going to want to practice, is scales. But when you're just starting out, you don't need scales. I took a lesson one time, back in 1990 actually. I was serious. I was going to learn, and went in there. I paid, I don't know what it was back then, $12, $15 for a half an hour, and I spent 25 minutes watching this instructor roll through every Randy Rhoads solo he could. Only to tell me after that, practice the scale. So that turned me off from lessons, but scales are just something you don't need to start. It's just all about perseverance. How bad do you want it? I mean, how bad, think of your favorite song, one of your favorite songs, and how bad do you want to play it, I mean, how much do you want to learn it? Because you put in that effort, people, and I'm telling you, my friends, it will pay off, Just learn your basic chords. See, I sort of went backwards on that, where I was learning power chords, just like, that's all, rock stuff. So I was doing like a lot of Green Day, and I have like, I don't know, 3,300 covers up. And then I found, oh man, I should have learned my chords first, because now that I want to play acoustic, going from fast changes, I had to really change it up. So I had to really start just doing chords and using the finger exerciser, and it just gave me the ability to change fast. So don't be intimidated if you're 40, 50, 60 years old, whatever. It doesn't matter, people. I mean, anybody who tells you it's so much harder to do, they're just full of it, They're just absolutely full of it. But that's my advice, just get your guitar that you want, make sure it's set up correctly, get yourself a tuner, you know how to tune, and you're good. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm certainly no pro, and again, these are just my opinions, so don't dislike my video for my opinion or hate on me for my opinion. So anyway, guys, get a guitar. You can do it. Get a bass, get the drums. You guys can do it. I know you can. Alright, thanks everybody. I love you guys. Thanks for the subs and the likes and everything, and I'll catch you in the next video.